tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out, tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So, today we are going to talk about why it's important to be prepared, and I'm also going to touch on a seminar that I am hosting on Sunday, December the 19th. So, stay tuned for that information towards the end of this video. Hopefully, the neighborhood vibe, doesn't overtake my voice, right? My neighbor's been playing music, right, jamming for us, so hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. But today, I want to talk about why it's important to be prepared, because so often we see things and we don't take action, and it causes havoc in our life, right? The saying is hindsight is always 2020, but you can have foresight. You can have 2020 foresight as well. Okay, it's just a matter of you seeing it, hearing it, and applying it, because that's when knowledge is power, when it's applied. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't do anything with it, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, so the energy that our society is controlled by, the thought process is out of chaos comes order, right? And that's not always the case, because if you've ever been in a chaotic situation, okay, if you've ever been in a fire or in a stampede, or your car spins out, or it doesn't have to be anything drastic, but a chaotic situation, right? Let's say you're in a mass crowd and panic wreaks out. If it's chaotic, it's hard to find order afterwards or even in the moment. But if you are prepared, okay, if you have tested your reaction time, if you have mapped out a fire escape plan, back in the day they used to have drills for the atomic bomb, right, in case we got nuclear bombed. Although hiding under your desk wouldn't really do anything, they still prepared, right? It brought calmness to you. It gave you the ability to think peripherally, to have an idea of how certain things can happen, or how the scenario may play out, right? That's when you prepare. When it's hurricane season, right? I live in Florida. They constantly tell us, prepare for hurricane season. Remember what's happened in the past, right? Prepare for being out of power. Prepare for being without clean water. Prepare for there being no ability to use your plastic, right? You got to use your cash. Make sure you're stocked up if you have to go anywhere. Make sure your tank is full, okay? Make sure you have flashlights. Make sure you know how to cook over an open fire, all right? Like, we had to learn all these things, and it really helped, because although every season is not detrimental or horrific, there was a time when we needed that, right? My grandfather, our really last bad hurricane where we are, my grandfather, who's now 101, he and his wife were here at the house, and they had no power for a week. They came to our house for the hurricane, and because we live so close to the hospital and the fire station and the police station, we were only without power for 24 hours. But we were prepared. We were ready to go. Okay, we had our ice, we had our water, we had everything filled up, we had our fire pit. We were ready to go. We prepared, and therefore we didn't panic when the power went out, right? I think it was actually less than 24 hours, but we were prepared for that. Okay, right now with the food shortages, we're prepared for that. We have our food, we stock up, we freeze what we must. Okay, we know how to handle ourselves. But if you do not prepare for every scenario, you can be caught off guard, and that can cause chaos in your life. See, there's people that can come at you sideways, right? For example, for myself, some of my family knows how to push my buttons. They know what may have triggered me in the past, and to get a reaction, because they may like the way I react, or they just may like that I'm giving them that energy, whatever the case may be, they may say something or do something that they know can cause a trigger in me, that can cause me to react a certain way. But because I prepare, I can respond, and I can choose how I respond. I can choose to respond with behavior that's also going to give them a rise, but bring me down, or I can choose to respond by only allowing myself to be elevated in that situation. When I was telling people in 2017, 2018, hey, be prepared because 2019, 2020, we're going to have a correction, okay, aka a recession. But it's a correction because it happens every 7 to 8 years. It's a pattern. If you look at patterns and you see how they run these things, you'll see that's how they do, okay? So I knew it was coming, and I said, hey, there's financial issues. Make sure you have your investments in order. Make sure you have your 401k in order if you even have one. Okay, make sure you have your house in order. Make sure you have savings. Make sure you have life insurance. It's so important. Oh, it's no big deal. You know, we're doing so well. That's not going to happen. And then what happened, right? This pandemic hit, and many people felt it, but it wasn't really on display like that because it was under the guise of COVID. So it was just like, oh yeah, people are closing their businesses, they're being shut down, they're doing that, but they forced a correction, right? There was people now you're hearing having to line up for food banks because what? They weren't prepared. They didn't have food stocked up. You're hearing that people who were passing away from whatever, heart attack, stroke, maybe the cold, maybe the flu, maybe it was COVID, whatever the case is, they're passing away without life insurance. So now they're having to find a way to pay for these funerals or just pay to have them buried because in some cases you couldn't even have a funeral, right? Now the family's left holding the buck. GoFundMe wasn't really that popping because you know what? Not everybody had enough money to contribute to GoFundMe. But those who were prepared, right? I had some clients who listened and who took maybe a $50 policy with living benefits. And because this COVID-19 was classified as a chronic illness, they received a check. If you tested positive for it, you received a check. 5 figures, some even 6 figures, right? It just depended on how big their policy was. And you know what they were able to do with that tax-free money? They were able to float by, but they were thankful for the investment that they made, right? Some people had a stroke and survived. And you know what I was able to do? Give them a tax-free check. But only those who listened and who prepared. If you don't take the knowledge and apply it, you will be shit out of luck. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's not me being harsh or brash or trying to scare you, but you have to prepare for things. So, with that in mind, 2022 is going to also be a doozy. And yes, we are winning. That's why I'm smiling, because I'm prepared for it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing astrological year. It's going to be an amazing year for gains, but that's only if you're prepared. If you're not prepared, if you sit down and you listen to the news or you listen to people who are afraid and you don't go about things in your own energy, you will not be able to prepare yourself. So that's why I decided to put on this seminar on Sunday, December 19th. We're going from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right, to accommodate everyone because I have a couple different time zones, but that seems to be like a good median, right? So December 19th from 2 to 4, we're going to have 4 different guest speakers, all right? Our first guest speaker is my shaman, my spiritual mother, my spiritual sister. You've heard me speak about this woman so many times. Ranita, the ecliptic spiritualist. She'll be talking about the astrological energy and the spiritual aspect and things you can do to prepare yourself. Okay, some things you can do to protect yourself, some things you can do to make sure that you are ahead of the game, ahead of the curve for 2022, all right? The next guest speaker I'm very partial to. He may be my favorite speaker out of all the ones that are coming on, and it is my amazing husband, Lord Knowles. You all see our beautiful guy. I've done plenty of garden tours. I've shouted out how many times you have so many herbs, and I will just give it to you at shipping, okay? So that is all by him. That is his green hand, okay? We have moringa, we have lemongrass, we have nani fruit, we have mulberries, we have apple roses, we have burro bananas, we have peppers and sage and just so much, lavender, so much. I can't even name it all. But he will be talking about nutrition and different herbs and things that you can use to help make sure that your energy, that you're good from the inside out. Okay, how to combat some of these diseases that you may be battling to make sure your body is at ease. Okay, the next woman, beautiful, beautiful lady. I have known her going on 5 years now. She is a published author, Amazon bestseller. She's written 3 books, going on 4, about vision, right? How to create vision boards. I've worked with her before on creating a vision board, and she has helped some of my visions come to fruition. So it was only right that I asked her to come in and speak on some of the art that she does, right? She makes orgone pyramids, she uses crystals, very activating type things, very powerful, energetic, earthly elements. I asked her to come in and speak about how to create a vision board that works and how to use these certain elements to help make sure your 2022 flows, okay? She helped me 2019 going into 2020, and there was something I had on my vision board that came to the T twice on, just with her help. So I'm grateful she's here. And the last gentleman we're going to be having, last but not least, he is the CEO and the founder of Black Masterminds United. He has a clothing line, Love Hate. He is all about bodybuilding and wellness and just an overall amazing, well-rounded gentleman. And I say that lightly, okay? He has lived many different lives, and he's going to talk about how to use your mind to overcome certain obstacles to allow yourself to propel. When you hear his story, you're going to be blown away, okay? Like, it's amazing. And that is none other than Mr. Dali Johnson. He is one of our soul brothers, okay? He's a Pisces, like my husband and I. Same birthday as my physical brother. His children and our children have the same birthdays. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. We're so connected. And he will just be coming in talking about, like I said, overcoming some of those perils. And it'll be hosted by yours truly. Yes, I will be speaking different aspects, different things in between. But I so look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. Everyone that is watching this video, go get your tickets because they are selling fast. And I haven't even really been promoting it too much. But once it went up on my website, a lot of people started coming in. And Spirit did tell me to put a cap on it. So there are limited amounts. Tickets are only $22. I absorb the taxes and the fees, so it's $22 flat for you. You don't have to worry about anything else. It will be via Zoom and it will be recorded. So even if you purchase it and you can't catch the entire live, you will receive a recorded version so you can play it back at your leisure, okay? But this is going to be a dynamic event, and it's going to help you catapult your energy into 2022. Like, a catapult, you pull all the way back and then you go, like you're zooming past, right? When you take this, attend this seminar rather, and take this information and apply it to your life, you're going to like fly past everyone, and they're going to be like, wait a minute, how you doing that? And you'll be like, listen, I prepared, okay? I was prepared. All right, so that is all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I love and appreciate you all. You can buy the tickets on my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. The link will be below in the description, along with Eventbrite. Okay, there's tickets on Eventbrite. The link for that will be below in the description as well. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.